Smith&Wesson Model 19 Classic. Let's have a look. The Smith&Wesson Model 19. It is a K-frame carbon steel double action, single action revolver. This was manufactured from Smith&Wesson based on Bill Jordan. It was a Border Patrol agent back in the 1950s, wanted a smaller 357 revolver because the Smith&Wesson end frames at the time were the original 357 Magnums, but they were a larger frame. He was a Border Patrol agent, and he wanted, and a really good shooter, he wanted to have a smaller, more user-friendly officer gun. So Smith&Wesson developed the Model 19. This was in essence a Model 15, which was chambered in the 38 Special, to be able to handle the 357 Magnum. This is a K-frame Smith&Wesson. This is part of their classic lines, just introduced very recently, within the last couple months. Smith&Wesson reintroduced the Model 19. The original ones were produced by Smith&Wesson from 1957, when Bill Jordan helped develop the 357 in the Model 19 K-frame, until Smith&Wesson discontinued making these in 1999. These were carbon steel K-frame frame size guns, able to handle the 357 Magnum as well as the 38 Special. Smith&Wesson reintroduced their classic line of certain guns. I think it was in 2009 they started reintroducing their classic lines. This is the most current one that they introduced. Again, reminiscent of the older Smith&Wessons, it has the traditional cylinder release. Of course, it has the key lock on the modern revolvers. This one, again, we're going to safety check it here. This one has the firing pin mounted on the frame, adjustable, micro-adjustable rear sights, red ramp front sight, reminiscent of the 350s, the Model 19s of yesteryear. This one is like the Model 66 that Smith&Wesson introduced in 2014. It has a sleeved barrel. The original Model 19s had like a solid steel barrel that came out, but not really an issue. Just like kind of cosmetic, a little different from the Smith&Wesson. This is a round frame, K-frame, round butt frame, and it comes with these very nice walnut stocks that are Target conversion ones, sort of like the Coke bottle design grips that they used to use in yesteryear. Handles very well, it fits in the hand very well. Again, safety checking, no rounds in the chamber. Double action pull is smooth and long, but not too bad. It's got a nice crisp break on it. Single action, very light. Probably, we haven't put this on the gauge yet, but we're probably figuring maybe around 10-11 pounds double action, 4 pound single action. As you can see, we did some shooting. Shoots very well. Very nice gun. Smith&Wesson has done a very nice job of reintroducing the classic lines.
Combat Magnum.
Smith&Wesson 357 Combat Magnum, as the Model 19 was. Okay, Smith&Wesson Model 19 Classic Combat Magnum. We're going to be shooting some 148 grain wad cutters. We're probably at about 15 yards here, and we're going to do a little bit of double action shooting just to see how we do with it. Okay, let's have a look. As you can see, the Model 19 is, as well as the other Smith&Wesson revolvers, very accurate when you take your time. We have all 6 shots. A couple of them overlapped each other. All 6 shots within the number 10 X ring in here. And this is shooting double action at about 15 yards. Very good. Okay, Smith&Wesson Model 19 Classic. This time we're going to be shooting at like 15 yards, or well, about 10 yards in here. Federal 158 grain 357 Magnum full house loads. These are semi-jacketed soft points. We're going to do a little bit of double action shooting. I'm going to aim for the head and let's see how we do. Okay, this is the results of the Federal 158 grain full house semi-jacketed soft point 357 Magnums at about 10 yards, double action. The grouping is excellent. This gun shoots extremely well. Again, Smith&Wesson Model 19, the new reintroduction of the classic Model 19.
Great choice.
Great choice. You can't be disappointed with it.
Thanks for watching. Okay, today I'm going to be shooting a Smith&Wesson Model 19, the reintroduction for Smith&Wesson's classic line. I'm going to be shooting from 38s wide cutters at about 10 yards away at a target. I'm going to be trying to aim for the number 7. Well, let's see what we can do. That was about 10 yards. Now again, I'm shooting a little bit to the right. I don't know if that was just me. It must just be me. I might be just pulling it to the right when I shoot it. But so far, it's pretty good. Pretty good grouping. This is a great gun for if you want the Model 19, but you want to buy a new one, not an old one. And I'm pretty excited that they reintroduced it, so thank you. Okay, I'm going to be shooting some of the Federal 158 grain 357. I'm going to try in for the 8. This is at, again, 10 yards. Okay.
Nice grouping.
That one I pulled down a little bit. Now I'm not sure. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5 with a 6 shot.
You might have had a double. I'm not sure if that could have been a double.
I'm not sure, but that was 57, 158 grains at 10 yards. That's shooting the 8. And again, this is a great gun for if you want the Model 19, but you want to buy a new one. It's pretty nice that they reintroduced it. I was kind of hoping they would, since they came out in 2014 with all the new old classic guns. So, thanks for watching.
Well, they actually came out 2014. They came out with the Model 66, which is the stainless version of that. Smith&Wesson introduced the classic line. I think in 2009 they started reintroducing some of the guns, but this is the newest version of that. Good shooting, very good shooting. Nice.
All right.
Nice.
Thanks for watching.